My big brother rode an Indian Scout.
We're out in Santa Cruz where we just got finished testing the all-new Indian Scout line. This bike has been completely redesigned from tip to tail. Here we have the pinnacle of the line, the Scout 101. It's the ultimate realization of this platform. And behind me are the other 4 models that make up the whole new Scout family. So we start with the Scout Bobber at $12,999. We move over here to the Sport Scout. This one is accessorized, $13,499 without accessories. And then we have the Super Scout, which comes with the full tech package, and that is $16,499. And then the Scout Classic on the end here at $13,999. But let's get into the overall platform upgrades and what you expect to see with this new motorcycle, as well as the testing results that we found in our ride today. So first off, looking at the 101 Scout, this is a mid-sized motorcycle, but it is every bit of an aspirational motorcycle. You have hand-done paint, you have inverted forks, ZF suspension in the rear, you have Brembo brakes, you have just high-end components that really set this bike apart in the mid-size class. It also produces 111 horsepower and 82 foot-pounds of torque, which is a slight improvement or increase over the bikes that you see behind me with 82 foot-pounds and 105 horsepower. So this bike is really, again, just the ultimate realization of this platform and an aspirational mid-sized cruiser, which is something that we really haven't seen in this space. So with the 101, you see this unique paint. You have a unique seat here that was redesigned, incredibly comfortable in our testing, as well as the all-new chassis. The frame is tubular steel. You used to have stamped aluminum components up in the front and in the back here. Now you have a tubular steel frame that houses the radiator in the front. In previous models, the stamped aluminum component really held that radiator in place, which limited custom potential. Now, having that tubular steel, it opens up a lot of possibilities. It's also not a design that is completely reliant on the stock radiator. So that's a cool improvement for people looking to customize their bikes. Moving on, stock here, you have a 5.5-inch riser with tapered simple sport bars. This is a little bit more of an upright position. All of the models have forward controls only, but Indian does offer mid controls as well. So when you look at this bike, the engine has been totally redesigned. It now revs higher, it puts out more power. It still maintains that traditional feel that Indian Motorcycle did so well with the previous Scout. For me, this bike always represented a really nice balance of technology and tradition, where you still had a bit of the traditional cruiser lope and feel and sound of the engine, and you can't forget it, you can't ignore it while it's, you know, beneath you and you're riding, but it's smooth and it feels efficient and it makes sense and it produces good power through the range. Now, you see this bike redline at 8,500. It produces peak power at 7,250. So it revs up well. It's easy to use that whole rev range. And with that flat torque curve, power is readily available wherever you grab a handful of throttle. It's there for you, which is really nice. Moving on to some of the custom components, 3 of the 5 motorcycles have built-in 1-inch risers on the top clamp. The handlebars used are 1-inch, but they go to a 7/8 control housing. So if you're looking to customize, if you're looking to change up your bars, that's going to limit your options, going from a 1-inch to a 7/8. You may have to stay within the Indian accessory package there. While the whole Scout family has been improved in virtually every way, you see a 10-pound weight reduction from model to model. You see not a crazy change in the pricing, but these bikes just stylistically, performance-wise, it feels like they have been improved in every way. One of the things I was really excited to see with the Scout family is a lot more integration of technology here. So you have the full touchscreen display with navigation, with Bluetooth control, with ride modes, with fuel gauge, and it just adds a lot of comfort and convenience for the rider on a daily use. As we get into these bikes and real world test them, and we went from San Francisco here to Santa Cruz today, it's easy to see how this bike evolved from the previous Scout. It is a smooth transition. It's not a radical, revolutionary difference, but it is improvements in every category. It is now easier to customize. It produces more power. It weighs less. It is the lowest seat height in class. There's lots of things that make this bike unique in the midsize space. It's approachable, but it also has 105 or 111 horsepower that you can grow into, use, and ride forever. It's not necessarily the midsize bike that you have to use as a stepping stone to get out of this category. This is a bike that you can own and ride and fall in love with and experience for a long time. So we're expecting delivery. Ben, shipping in May?
Shipping in May.
Bikes are shipping in May. So Indian is shipping these bikes to dealerships in May. More information will be available. Get out and test one. They're wonderful to ride and just great bike.